Once upon a time in the quiet village of Umeketa, where whispers danced on the wind and shadows clung to secrets, there flowed a river known only as the River of Death. Its waters shimmered with an eerie silver glow under the moonlight, beautiful yet feared. No one dared to swim in it. No one drank from it. The villagers believed it was cursed, and those who crossed its path never returned alive. But in a small hut at the edge of the village lived a young girl named Nkechi, a gentle soul with a heart as soft as morning dew. Her life, however, was far from peaceful. Nkechi lived with her father, who was a fisherman, her stepmother, and her stepsister. Nkechi's stepmother, Madam Uju, was a cruel and bitter woman who treated Nkechi like a slave. From dawn to dusk, Nkechi worked, sweeping the compound, pounding yam, fetching firewood from the deepest part of the forest, and enduring insults that could melt stone. Sometimes, her stepmother beats her for not finishing her chores on time. She overloads her with work from morning until night. Her stepsister, Chism, was the opposite. Spoiled and proud, Chism never lifted a finger. While Nkechi walked barefoot to the stream with a heavy clay pot on her head, she did all the house chores. Chism painted her nails and boasted about how beautiful and important she was. Sometimes, after working all day, Nkechi goes to bed without eating. Her stomach cries out in hunger, and she sits under a tree, wishing for her father to return. Her father was a fisherman who always went to the neighboring village for fishing. Sometimes he stayed for weeks without coming home. Whenever everyone goes to sleep, she sneaks into the kitchen to eat the leftovers, which Chism and her mother have yet to finish. Her stepmother will shout and call her, "Nkechi, where is this foolish girl?" The sound of her name echoes through the village, and the villagers will always gather to watch her stepmother as she maltreats her. None of them dare to question her. She will always sit under the tree behind the house and cry, wishing her mother, who died years ago, would come and take her with her. Her stepsister, Chism, would command her to go and wash her clothes, reminding her that she's a maid and she needs to do all the work. Chism was so rude to everyone in the village, including her mother. She would shout and insult anyone who dares to question her about her bad character. One morning, as the sun rose behind the palm trees, painting the sky with gold and orange, Madam Uju called Nkechi. "Take this pot," she said coldly, shoving a dusty pot in front of Nkechi. "Go to the River of Death and bring back water. Make sure all the water pots in this house are filled with water." Nkechi's heart stopped. The villagers had told stories of the River of Death, tales of glowing skeletons and voices that called out to passers-by. Nobody who went near it ever returned. Her lips trembled. Mama, please. Not that river." She knelt on her knees begging her stepmother not to send her to the river. A hot slap landed across her face. "Don't question me, you filthy girl. If you don't return with water, don't return to this house." Nkechi sat on the ground for a while, thinking of what would happen to her if she went to the River of Death. But she had to obey her stepmother. With tearful eyes and shaky hands, she left her father's compound and set out, knowing she would never return. As she walked through the narrow forest path, her thoughts swelled with fear. Birds stopped singing. The leaves whispered. The air grew colder the closer she got to the river. Her feet ached, but she dared not stop. Then she saw her.